Good morning, all. Today we are going to see this particular question. This question was reported yesterday, that's on 9th of November 2021. Okay. So in the real IELTS question, IELTS examination, it came and we are into the question. This is a discussion opinion question. You have to give the opinion after the discussion. One side of the argument, people believe that important to protect all the wild animals, irrespective of big or small, carnivores, herbivores, whatever it is. But on the other side, people think that we have to give protection to selective number of animals. Discuss both views and give your opinion. Now, that's the thing here. Right now, we have the question. It's an argument one side, it's an argument another side. We have to discuss both sides. It's mandatory to discuss both sides objectively. How do they feel? And we have to give a clear-cut opinion at the end. Now let's see the introduction here. Unlike the past, you can say that. Unlike the past, it's not the condition in the past. Now we have, so the time frame is not now. It's not in the past. We are in today's world. It's today. Many wild animals are at the verge of extinction. You can say that many of this wildlife species are facing huge threat. At this juncture, some feel that all of them need protection. All of them need protection. That's the first argument. While others think that it should be given only to those who face extreme threat. Not to all. Only to those who face extreme threat should be given protection. Yeah, so the topic is presented. Argument number one, argument number two is presented. I would align to the first view. You have a clear opinion, but a critical analysis is necessary before framing the conclusion. Yeah, before framing the conclusion, we have to analyze the matter in detail. Okay, so this is what the thing is. Now, we have three sentences, and all these sentences have their own purpose. The first sentence addresses the topic. The second sentence presents the argument. The third sentence is about what you are going to say in the further paragraphs. So three purposes are there for all three sentences in this particular introduction. So whether we have addressed that question as a whole, every matter of this particular question is presented here. That's all. The reason why some feel that wildlife conservation should be made exclusively to the selected species is because of the increased incidence of species extinction. So why some feel it should be made exclusively to selected species? It is because of the increased incidence of species extinction. So right now we are discussing the second view. This is the second view, and this is the first view. So we are writing the second view in the first paragraph because I feel that all animals have to be protected. So my view, I align to the first view, so I have written it just before the conclusion in the second paragraph right now. Now, to be precise, in each year, at least one wildlife species is being vanished from the earth. And the interesting fact is that today's generation has not seen many animals their immediate predecessors have seen. So what your previous generation, what they have seen, how many animals they have seen, you have not seen many of such animals. But your predecessors have seen many of the animals. Now, example is there. The number of animals like African rhinoceros, Siberian tigers, and Himalayan pandas is now at the lowest. It means this is the lowest number at present. Therefore, it becomes the responsibility of the governments to preserve their lives and minimize the threatened faces from humans. So we have a paragraph which deals with the necessity of wildlife conservation for exclusively given to the species of extinction. Now we are moving ahead with the next particular thing. However, others feel that protection should be given to all animals that are categorized as well. So this is a second opinion. This is somewhat different opinion. The reason why some people feel that all animals should be given protection is because of the strong interdependence between them. So we have pointed, this is the reason why I am telling that they have all the things should be protected. They live in the same habitat and they are closely related to each other directly or indirectly. Okay, done. Now the explanation is given. Two examples are given. One example is about the snakes. Another example is about buffaloes and wild goats. So if the number of snakes decline, naturally the number of creatures it prey increases, and it will cause ecological imbalance there. And similarly, we can say in the case of higher animals like buffaloes and wild goats, antelopes, deers, these the number of these things are going down. What happens is that lions and tigers would be dying out of starvation, and this causes natural extinction. Therefore, an organized plan has to be formulated to protect the whole wildlife as a collective unit. So this is what we have seen in this particular paragraph. After analyzing both these views in detail, we have analyzed the previous paragraph, both the paragraphs. We have analyzed it in detail. Albeit it is pivotal to give exclusive protection to endangered species, I believe if a wholesome protection is provided to the entire wildlife, which minimizes the human intervention, it would be better. It would be better if a wholesome protection is provided to the entire wildlife, and which minimizes the human intervention. Humans are not into the wildlife property. They should be allowed to live a life as it wants. So independent life. So this would not harm the wildlife. It is good. So the whole wildlife will be there in a reserve forest or something like that. So that would be a proactive measure to protect these wildlife. Now, I have said it is good to protect all, not to the selection of to exclusively to those. We need it to be protected. The endangered species should be protected, but if you give the protection as a whole, that would be better. This is what we have said in this particular essay. I hope everyone understood this thing.